Yarr! I need me some more rum today, be vlog day 997. I got a headache! Good morning. It's Tuesday, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I slept at some point. I got work to do this morning. I'm gonna stay home and get some work done at home before I go to lunch with my landlady, or grand lady, as Laura has taken to calling her because she prefers to be called like my adoptive grandmother and not so much my landlady. Doesn't like to be on camera, so there's a pretty good chance you won't be seeing her today, but plan is to go to lunch with her, help her run an errand or two, and then I'm gonna run off to do the light errand that I tried to do for her yesterday. It did not work out so well. We'll see if we can make that work, as well as drop some stuff off, like more stickers for Maison Maison. That was close. And you know, other fun stuff. But of course, to start off the day, I need some coffee, and I figured since I'm staying here, a croissant. And the place that's nearest me sucks, so I'm going to a place that's just a little farther away for my morning croissant. Oh, I got off like 2 stores too early. I gotta carry this thing. And Eric and Wade, I hope you saw the video where I didn't really open this on camera, but I thanked you for it because I found it and I was like, oh, this is amazing. Thank you so much for the metal filter. Also, sorry about the construction noises in the background. They're, who knows what they're doing. Anyhow, I really enjoy it. I like it a lot. It's obviously waste saving and doesn't taste like paper. And I don't think I can taste any metal in it, so that's not a complaint you'll be hearing from me. Also, I moved the light over here, so hopefully that is a little bit more delightful. I'm gonna make coffee now. That was terrible. I'm gonna make coffee. I don't really have a lot of accuracy. I have no accuracy with the kettle that I use, so I set it to boil while I zipped off on my wheel, and then I figured by the time I came back, it would hopefully have cooled down a little bit, because it's way too hot to pour straight into it after boiling, but I don't know what temperature it's at, so hopefully it cooled off a touch. Anyways, gotta keep pouring the old coffee here. I'm feeling really good. I mentioned yesterday that I'm starting to do a little bit of the schooling that I had, at least I'd said that I wanted to get started, but it's been really hard to because I've been focused so much on the game. I have a couple other little things I really need to get done. They don't feel very little, but I'm gonna get started today. We'll see how close I can get to finishing them. Hopefully in the next week or so, I'll be able to finish some of the projects that have been plaguing me. One of them might take a little bit longer. Fill that up a little bit higher than I wanted to because I was distracted by talking to you. But on the school front, there are a couple things. One is that I'm learning to, it's a combination of programming and 3D animation. I figured that I would start learning Unity. I talked to a friend of mine who I said that there are some projects in the future that I would really like to get into, and I've always loved 3D animation and I've always loved programming, and I'm in this place now where I've wanted to take advantage of the fact that I'm able to make a full-time living doing this. What do I do with my hobby time? And what I've been doing with my hobby time really has just been cranking up the amount of time that I spend on my vlog every day, which is great, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna keep that level higher because it is the full-time thing. So I wanna make sure that it remains the full-time thing. But I can also organize my time to do other things. And what do I spend that time on is the question. And that is what I talked about a few months ago, and I think I'm finally on the verge of starting now. But first, coffee. Like I said, my landlady is probably not going to want to be filmed, but that doesn't mean I can't show you what we had for lunch, what I had for lunch, what I'm about to have for lunch. I'll show you that. We're going to the Italian place that we kind of always end up going to when she's here, and then it's off to the races, errands, and such fun things as lampshades. Also, for those of you who have never seen her view before, boy, are you in for a treat. On video, but all right, landlady lunched. It was good. I like hanging out with her. She's always got good stories. I got her off to her own bureaucratic nonsense, the joys of living in France. She's got her own stuff to do, and I am gonna run 1 errand for her and 2 errands for me, including a stop at Maison Maison, which is in the game. They happen to be in need of more stickers. So if you haven't made it to Maison Maison for a drink yet, or a meal, make sure you do that. You'll see them here in a second though. I've got to do that, the Peloton, lights, and then back to work. Oh yeah, and I was gonna tell you more about school, but first gotta get on the metro. lane is amazing. I'm a huge fan of this. Gotta stop. Anyways, lights first, then Peloton, then Maison Maison. Maybe, depending on the timing, a beer at Maison. No, back to work. Third time's the charm. Let's do this. It's warm in here. Wearing way too many layers, and this, while nice when it's cold, basically acts like a scarf. Found the lights. Gonna get my abat-jour, lampshades, and then move on from there. Wild success! Got everything, and I was able to fit it all in my backpack because it expands. Hopefully nothing's getting crushed in there, but I think everything's fine. Second stop, Peloton, and there's a bike lane just up here that'll take me all the way there, so let's hit that! Errands are so much more fun with this thing. All right, quick trip to the Peloton. Back on the road we go. I didn't even film in there. A lot of people in there. It was great. Look at these beautiful flowers everywhere. It's so nice in the spring. With the schooling, I think the three things that I want to hit, I'm really all over the place the last couple days. I'm sorry for that. Two things that I want to make sure that I get back on my language lessons. I was doing Norwegian and Duolingo because I promised some Norwegian friends that I would work on my Norwegian, and gosh darn it, I'm a man of my word. I'm gonna see if I can make it through here on the last of the green light there. Get back on my Norwegian lessons. I mean, I probably should also be working on my French. Let's be honest, should always be working on improving my French. So language, programming. I've always wanted to learn how to program. I finally found a tutorial series that I think is gonna be a lot of fun. I've already done one complete tutorial series and I loved it. So I want to keep doing that. And then I've been debating whether or not I should include like a little bit of PE, more than just running. I want to make sure I'm at least doing something like push-ups, sit-ups, stretching, that kind of stuff. And if I make it part of my curriculum, then I'm more likely to do it. And there are some other subjects that I'm thinking about. The question, of course, is which I don't have a lot of time and I want to focus on things that are going to be immediately helpful. And I would do better with some structure. So one of the things that's really helping with the programming side of stuff, sorry if it's windy, I might need to back off on this here for a second. But part of what will help, that's not going to help at all. Part of what will help is to get a little bit more structure. Want to go faster, wheel? Why do you hate me? Structure definitely helps. It's one of the things I need. So I got to figure that out too. In the meantime, let's get out of the wind for a second. How's it going? Random Jake sighting. If you guys aren't following him for running advice, he's going to be running the Paris Marathon. It's nuts. I have no desire to do that myself. Okay, sticker delivery, and then on. Such a great spot. Anyways, no Amandine today. Sad. Henri was there though. Nice to meet him finally. I am now free. I've got all my errands done. Boo, yeah. Okay, time to go home and make the delivery to the landlady. Figure out what I do from there. Landlady lights delivered. I should have snapped with the thumbs up there, but I didn't. It was quite the day of running around. I'm also not only getting back into the schooling mode, and I'm going to be thinking about, I'll be stepping into it, and I can fill you in on the details once it's properly structured. But in the midst of that, I'm also updating my guide right now. There's not a lot to update. There are a couple places that have closed that I need to get rid of. There are a couple places I would like to add. There are a couple places I just want to remove because I don't think they're great and not worth it anymore. Like just a couple of them, as well as adding a couple of essays. I'll tell you more about that here soon. If you're coming to Paris and you haven't gotten my guide guide yet, there's always a link below, but it's got all my recommendations in it, and it's what I will be referring you to if you ask for recommendations for the most part. And I'm going to add a couple things, some FAQs basically. I get asked certain questions a lot, and I figured, well, I've already written up a lot of things that are in there, but there are a couple others I think I'm going to add. And I think that'd be nice. So I got a lot more work to do here tonight. If you couldn't tell by the fact that it's a lot darker out, I've been working for the last few hours, as well as, helping my landlady out a little bit. And so it's time for me, or my grandlady. So it's time for me to edit and maybe go to bed after I do that. Who knows? We'll find out when we get there. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever it is you are, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning for yet more Paris. Oh, and tomorrow is actually going to Paul et Rambaud, who are in the game, and they're going to explain to me differences in different types of lattes. If you ever wondered what the difference between a golden latte, a matcha latte, how you say matcha latte, cappuccino, chai latte, we're going to try and figure out what the differences are between those. I know I'm curious. I know what the difference between a chai latte and a cappuccino is. I think I've got ideas for the other. We'll find out tomorrow. If you want to join me, I will see you for that. Good night.